He was in tears, he missed the cut, and he was back on the Challenger Series. But he's certainly turned things around, breaking through for his first CT victory. Now moving into the second half of his heat with Leonardo Fioravanti. Has already established a couple of decent scores here, Bugs. Medina looking very on. Joao Chianca wearing that leader's jersey, looking so sharp, and we know equipment always a big talking point here at this venue. Richie Lovett has found Joao's backup board and has some insights on what he's riding. He's up at the moment. Well, let's see what he can do with this one. Couple of big swoops, so much torque in this guy's approach. Kind of reminds me of a former winner here, Sebastian Zeech, just the way he rips his body through these turns. So lively. And Rich, take us through it. What's he riding?
Do a quick change here, it'll be good, but out the back we've got action.
Chianca goes down hard and maybe even came into contact with his board there.
Yeah, well, look, just back to the Leo thing. We'll see how Chianca's going. He seems okay. He's not even checking his board.
Typical Medina. Now let's have a look what Callum Robson was able to do. Nice swoop to get started there.
Yeah, beautiful first turn, straight through the lip on the second one, but he just comes unstuck there.
And Chianca, he's starting to look like he's switching on. He just took a heavy beating on his last ride. Now, this wave's standing up beautifully. Nice vertical approach there. He's going to finish this one off.
Out the back, Joao Chianca, and swooping into this first carve here, and that looks more like it. Kind of gets a little bit hung up on that second turn.
Well, here we go. Callum Robson playing catch up now. Chianca's got a couple of 5-point rides, but no one really has delivered the devastating hit just yet to turn in that excellent score. Nice cut back into the bowl here from Callum. Needs to finish this one off. So much going on there. And he was wrestling that whitewater for the finish. Riding sideways in the foam and just couldn't quite stick it. And he's frustrated, you could see there.
When you see a kid going up an escalator the wrong way.
Well, that was a real shame from Callum, but a nice cut there, drawing it back into the bowl. You can see what he's thinking there. He rides that lip. He even makes an adjustment halfway through the turn to try and find that landing.
You know, it's amazing. Right here, it's like here's a converging wave where it drags him back whether he likes it or not. He's going backwards, and then the forward motion just swallows him.
Pretty unfortunate because those first two turns before that and the third turn, they were all shaping up to be really good. And
Richie Lovett, who won events like Haleiwa, Lower Trestles. I was there for that one, Rich. Congrats. So much to talk about with you when it comes to pro surfing as we dive in with world number 1, Joao Chianca. Nice snap, a lot of great energy as he punches out the lip. 2 turns out of the way. He's always looking to identify a solid pocket, loves throwing it straight up vertical. Solid execution from world number 1. So a lot of youth on the back end of the draw. Back to Chianca's wave.
Yeah, he just explodes off the lip. The opening maneuver and the second straight back up there. Couple of lumps and bumps to navigate through until he gets to that final section, the all-important finish.
And was really proud that Toledo took the big cup at the end of the year. Let's get caught up with Chianca on this one, Rich.
Oh, just hammer time on that final section. It really stood up for him. You can see here just leaning all the way into it. Quite a wide stance for Joao here. Nice wrapping turn, but this final section here, that's the money turn. Just messing with the lip, but able to really keep control. You can see all the pressure to make sure he stays in control. This was Callum Robson. Really drawn out, long bottom turn, sort of mid-face. Then cuts back into the pocket, right up high, up under the lip.
Yeah, and it was interesting because Gabby is really, really strong through all his turns. We just watched this wave because I've got a few points about that, so I'll let you guys call this.
Thank you, Rich. Yeah, there's the carve. Wow, stretched out bottom turn. Nice attack mode to finish things off. Callum Robson from Evans Head really stretched out that right-hander beautifully off the bottom.
He's currently the best surfer in the world, but you really need the right portraits, and let's see how he goes on this one.
That's right. I think you're referencing the flow. Maybe a little disruption there in Richie Porta's eyes. This one looks a bit more fluid, and maybe because the size difference on this wave, a bit smaller, really letting him Rip this thing apart. Well surfed wave for Chianca, chasing a 7.4, and definitely looked a bit smoother on a smaller wave on that one, Richie. The priority heat is down to 430. Here's Callum Robson. There's that big bottom turn, lays into it on the open face. Seamless on his transition and crushes it off the top. Now chasing a finish, lay back, blowtailing complete. As we take another look at what happened here.
Wow, so Joao Chianca, we know that he's in the priority situation, just flares off the top on the first turn, right up into the pocket on the second, late on the third, and gets clipped. And, well, we might see Callum Robson take off on one more wave, Joe. I'm thinking whether if he had made that final turn on that 6.8, maybe he would be out in front, but he's going to get a chance.
Head down and got himself an opportunity. Needs a 7.34. Great start off the lip. Second effort, a reverse incomplete, and that's it for Robson's run.
Working incredibly close there with Britt Merrick. And this is another one. Another great performance from the current world number one.
Joao Chianca moves into the quarterfinals here at Margaret River as we anticipate another big heat starting with Colapinto and Liam O'Brien.